In this video, we will walk through how easy it is to build an e-commerce website with the Digital Easy AI website builder. Okay, so we'll start in the AI web builder, which brings us to the AI onboarding script, which will ask us questions to determine how to build the website. We start with our category and then our business name or site title. But what's important for e-commerce sites is in the goals section to make sure to click e-commerce as one of your goals. You can do e-commerce websites on either a single page site or a multi-page site. The only stipulation is that if you choose single page site, all the content of the website and different sections will be on the home page except for the shop, which will be a separate page. Next, AI generates numerous different looks and feels, example websites for you to choose from. And you could just pick your favorite here. Click Next. You'll choose the different pages. Typically, when doing an e-commerce website, I won't have separate pricing or services pages because the shop itself is going to give information on the services and the pricing. But pick the pages I want on my website in addition to the shopping experience and click Next. As with all websites and AI, the more details you provide AI on what your goals, visions, products, and services are, and more about you, the more custom and unique the resulting content for the website that AI builds for you will be. But for this example, we'll just write something short. Choose our tone and click Next. So AI is now generating the website in the background. If you noticed, one of the things it did was install WooCommerce, which will be the backend software and engine that runs the shop portion of our website. It's creating the content on all the different pages that we asked it to do. And it will also install the site assistant, which is very helpful in guiding you on editing and adding to your website after AI gives you the original website that it creates. So in the site assistant, we'll click View Site to see the site that it's built. Again, even though we're working on e-commerce, it will build you the rest of the site as well with all this custom content generated for you. If you'll notice, there is no shop yet because we need to complete creating the shop. So we'll go back into our admin area and click on WooCommerce. And this will bring us into the onboarding script of the WooCommerce side, similar to the AI onboarding script that we've already gone through. I encourage you to choose the opt-in for these emails. It actually does send helpful emails. I often opt out of emails, but this one is worth it in my opinion. When it comes to pre-installing these other features, I typically will uncheck them all. We can add them later as we desire, but I will choose Woo Payments because that is a very convenient, straightforward, and simple way to add credit card payments to your website, unless you prefer to use PayPal or Stripe or Square or another vendor. Now it's building the shop in the background, similar to how AI built the website. Okay, now that WooCommerce has built our store, we can go in and actually edit it and add products. It'll drop us into a guide of steps to take, and the first step is adding products. So we'll go into add our first product, and actually as you add your first product, it will guide you through the different fields that are key fields that people will typically choose. There are many other options that you can play around with and learn about and adjust different things, but this initial walkthrough will go through the key elements like the product or service name, product description, which we're filling out now. And just to point out, this is the longer description. It'll give us an opportunity to create a shorter description here shortly. As many e-commerce sites in the customer journey, you can see a shorter description, and then later on or further down have the ability to view or read through a longer description. But again, the walkthrough in this first product launch will highlight the different key sections that we would typically want to fill out. So once we've filled out the long description, click next, and price would be the thing it brings us to, and click next again, and here's that short description that we were talking about. And just, imagine something that will give a person an idea with less details for that short description. We can add a product image. I strongly encourage this. It looks much better in your shop and cart with an image for each product or service. I don't have specific images right now, and if you don't, you can take image shots with your camera. You can create AI images with your Digital Easy AI image generator. But again, I think it looks much better in the store. After the image, you can add tags or categories. Both will just help the customer search through your catalog of products or services more easily. We'll skip those for this example though and publish that product. And now we'll hit add new for an additional product, and you can do that as many times as you want. Today, tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now. But we'll add a second service simply so you can see what multiple items look like in the shop and in your cart. For this example, we'll do an hour of labor so we can see how a customer will be able to increase or decrease the number of hours that they need to pay for. For the sake of time, we'll skip some fields, but we'll put a price in, and we'll skip the short description. We will add a product image again because, like I mentioned, I think it looks much better on the site when you have an image for each product. So again, I don't have the appropriate images, but I'll just upload this slice of pizza, and that'll be fun. And set that and publish that product. And go back to our WooCommerce homepage for the next step. The next step would be payments, but let's go ahead and check out settings first. You can go through the different tabs and see all the different options you have to change settings and add different things to your shop, one of which would be the page you want it shown on. We set the shop, which would be a new page, but you could set it to services if you had lots of services page or whatever. And then let's go over to payments. Again, we chose Woo Payments in the onboarding process, where you could go get started and set that up now. But if you wanted to use a different credit card merchant provider, you could click down here and install the appropriate extensions for whatever that provider would be, whether it's PayPal or Stripe or Square or other. But we'll get out of that and go back into our home page of WooCommerce, where it guides us through the steps. We will also skip the tax step and go to the Launcher Store and click Launch Store. So that made our store live, and if we visit our site, we'll see that we still need to add a menu item for that page, which we chose Shop as the page. So we'll go ahead and edit the menu bar navigation, and I clicked Edit Page instead of Edit Site. So we'll have to back out of that and click Edit Site. Edit Site is edit things that are across all pages, like your header and footer and navigation. And when we're in there, we'll click on the navigation and we'll click an item in it. It'll give us this plus option to add another menu item. And again, we chose to have the store be on our shop page. So we'll type in shop, and actually we need a a slash in front of that, and click the submit button. And now we want to edit it because the link will be /shop, but we'd like the text of the menu item to be something that the customer understands better. So shop, services, checkout, whatever you think is appropriate. And save that. And we'll want to view the site. Now let's X out of some of these extra tabs and go back to our site assistant page where we can click our view site button and now see that services is in our navigation. And when we click into services, it'll bring us to shop, which was what WooCommerce generated for us. You can click into different products. This is where you'll see that long description. You can add it to the cart. You can see related items. Here's the hourly labor, and you can choose 5 hours like we just did there. Add that to your cart. We could view the cart, or we could go back to services to add more services. So let's go ahead and add that assessment to our cart as well, so you can see multiple items in the cart. And then we'll view the cart. In the cart, you can also change the number of hours and or remove items from the cart. And when you're ready, the customer will be able to click proceed to checkout. And as you can see, WooCommerce generated this whole process for us. The customer will put in their billing information. We did not set up Woo Payments yet, so it'll tell us there's no payment option. But once we set up the Woo Payments, then I could take a customer's credit card. Visit digitaleasy.cloud to learn more about how we make digital easy for you and get started today.